In 1990, investigators became aware of a potentially crucial link to Lee's case, one that would bring them face to face with a chilling confession and a graveyard full of questions. It all started with an off-duty police officer who had attended a party one evening. Among the guests was a male bank worker, someone who the officer had never met before. The two struck up a conversation, and that's when the man made an unexpected and horrifying confession. The banker casually told the officer that he and others had beaten up and killed a boy. He even went as far as to say that they had buried the boy's body in St. Dunstan's church graveyard. The officer was stunned. He quickly realized that the boy the man was referring to could be Lee Boxall, who had gone missing 2 years earlier. Alarmed, the officer reported this back to the police, and the banker was brought in for questioning. But when confronted, he denied any knowledge of Lee Boxall's disappearance or the gruesome tale he had so casually shared. But the story didn't end there. A coworker of the banker would later come forward. She revealed that the man had boasted to her as well. Not only had he spoken about the murder, but he had also told her explicitly that he knew exactly where Lee's body was buried, in the very graveyard the banker had mentioned, St. Dunstan's. With this new information, investigators decided to act. They took the coworker to St. Dunstan's graveyard in a desperate attempt to uncover the truth. The man had been so specific in his claims that surely the graveyard held the key to finally solving the mystery. They hoped that by visiting the site, they might identify the grave that the banker had spoken of, the place where Lee's body was supposedly hidden. But despite the search, there was no breakthrough. The graveyard, like so many other dead ends in this case, offered no answers. The officers couldn't find the grave that matched the banker's description. Without any new evidence or further clues, the investigation ground to a halt. For decades, the search for Lee seemed hopeless. The case stagnant with no clues or developments to offer his family any hope. Then, in 2013, after 25 long years, the Metropolitan Police decided they would reopen the case with a fresh set of eyes. This time, the investigation centered around Lee's connection to an unofficial youth club called The Shed. This club, which had been run by a man named William Lambert, a gravedigger, operated out of the churchyard at St. Dunstan's in Cheam. Yes, St. Dunstan's, the same location where there were rumors of a group of men killing and burying Lee Boxall.